Consider for a moment that you arrived in this lifetime holding a divine architectural plan for your most joyful and abundant existence. Yet somewhere along the journey, you might have started building from someone else's more limiting blueprints. What if true fulfillment and boundless wealth lie not in conforming, but in rediscovering and courageously constructing according to your own magnificent original design? This book is your guide to unearthing that unique inner plan. It illuminates how to clear away the debris of old limitations, align with the vibrant energy of prosperity, and consciously architect a destiny that resonates with your soul's deepest desires for wealth, joy, and profound purpose. Prepare to become the master builder of your extraordinary life. Destiny by Design. Live a life aligned with abundance. Written and published by Success Attraction Formula. Chapter 1. Discover your abundance blueprint. Imagine that within the very core of your being, there exists a unique, divinely imprinted pattern, an intricate and luminous abundance blueprint designed specifically for your soul's journey towards its most prosperous, joyful, and fulfilling life. This blueprint is not a rigid set of instructions, but rather a resonant, energetic map, holding the keys to your innate talents, your deepest passions, your core values, and the specific ways in which abundance is meant to flow to and through you with the greatest ease and delight. Consider Amelia, a woman who felt a persistent sense of searching, a feeling that despite her efforts, she wasn't quite living the life she was meant for. She pursued various career paths and financial strategies, achieving moderate success, but never experiencing that profound sense of alignment or overflowing prosperity she yearned for. Amelia was like an architect trying to build a magnificent structure using generic plans found in a common catalog, unaware that she carried within her own heart the unique, custom-designed blueprint for her own spectacular life edifice, a design that held the secret to her most radiant and abundant destiny. The fundamental challenge for many individuals seeking to transform their financial reality and live a life aligned with their highest potential is this lack of conscious connection to their personal abundance blueprint. They often feel adrift in a sea of societal expectations, external advice, and conflicting desires, unsure of their true path to prosperity and fulfillment. This creates a significant pain point, a life characterized by struggle, confusion, or a sense of going through the motions rather than joyfully co-creating a desired reality. They might chase wealth in ways that feel misaligned with their true nature, leading to burnout or a feeling of emptiness even if some financial success is achieved. Or they might feel perpetually stuck, unable to tap into the unique wellspring of talent and passion that is meant to be their primary vehicle for attracting abundance. Without discovering and honoring this inner blueprint, their efforts to manifest can feel like trying to fit a square peg into a round hole. Their energy is not harmonized with their soul's authentic design, thus hindering their ability to attract the specific forms of wealth and experiences that would bring them the deepest satisfaction and align them with their uniquely designed destiny. The transformative solution, the foundational first step in consciously designing your destiny, lies in the profound and illuminating journey of discovering your abundance blueprint. This is an inward quest to uncover, understand, and embrace the unique, energetic, and soul-level design that is inherently yours. It involves attuning to your deepest intuitive knowing, identifying your most authentic passions and innate talents, clarifying your core values, and recognizing the specific ways in which your energy naturally wants to flow to create value and receive abundance. The core idea is that when you align your life choices and your efforts to manifest wealth with this personal blueprint, you tap into an incredibly powerful, harmonious, and supportive current of universal energy. You stop swimming against the tide and begin to flow effortlessly with the river of your own unique potential. The benefits of this discovery are truly life-altering. You will gain a profound sense of clarity and direction, experience a surge in your natural creativity and motivation, find yourself attracting opportunities that feel perfectly tailor-made for you, and begin to build a life where financial prosperity and deep, authentic fulfillment naturally intertwine, reflecting the magnificent design held within your soul. The journey to discover your abundance blueprint often begins with creating dedicated space for quiet introspection and deep listening to the whispers of your soul. In our noisy world, these subtle inner communications are easily overlooked. Start by practicing gentle meditation, or simply sitting in stillness for a few minutes each day, with the intention of connecting with your inner wisdom. Ask questions like, what are my most natural talents and gifts? What activities make me lose all track of time and feel truly alive and joyful? What unique perspectives or contributions do I feel drawn to offer the world? Allow any answers, images, or feelings to surface without judgment. Journaling can be an incredibly powerful tool in this discovery process. Explore your earliest childhood passions and dreams. These often hold pure, untainted clues to your soul's design. Reflect on moments in your life when you felt most authentically yourself, most energized, most in the flow. What were you doing? What qualities were you expressing? These are signposts pointing towards your blueprint. Another crucial aspect is identifying your core values, those fundamental principles that are non-negotiable for you to feel a sense of integrity and fulfillment, such as freedom, creativity, connection, service, or growth. List your top values and consider how your current life and your aspirations for abundance align with them. Pay close attention to your intuitive nudges and moments of genuine inspiration. Your intuition is often the voice of your abundance blueprint, guiding you towards experiences, people, and paths that are in harmony with your unique design. Practice noticing and perhaps even acting on these subtle inner promptings, even if they seem small or illogical at first. Finally, consider what abundance truly means to you on a personal soul level, beyond just financial figures. Is it freedom, impact, creative expression, deep relationships, peace of mind? Understanding your unique definition of abundance is a key part of uncovering your blueprint for achieving it. Consider Liam, who had spent years in a stable but uninspiring accounting job, feeling a deep sense of misalignment despite his financial security. He decided to embark on a journey to discover his abundance blueprint. Through dedicated journaling and quiet reflection, he reconnected with a long-dormant passion for woodworking and a deep love for nature. He realized that creativity and contribution through craftsmanship were core elements of his blueprint. He started spending his weekends in a small workshop, creating beautiful handcrafted furniture from reclaimed wood. This activity brought him an unparalleled sense of joy and aliveness, a feeling that his soul was finally expressing its true nature. Initially, it was just a hobby, but as he shared his creations, people were deeply drawn to their unique beauty and the passion embedded within them. Orders began to come in, and soon, Liam found himself able to transition his passion into a thriving, fulfilling business that not only provided him with greater financial abundance than his previous job, but also filled his days with purpose and a profound sense of living in alignment with his unique design. Liam had discovered that his abundance blueprint was the true map to his most prosperous and joyful destiny. Now that you have begun the illuminating journey of discovering your unique abundance blueprint, the inherent design for your most prosperous and fulfilling life, you may become aware of certain old, deeply ingrained narratives or limiting money stories that have been unconsciously obscuring this blueprint or preventing you from fully stepping into its magnificent potential. How do you then consciously identify and courageously rewrite these disempowering stories, clearing the path to actualize the abundant destiny that is inherently yours? The next chapter will guide you through this powerful process of mental and energetic liberation. Remember to subscribe to Success Attraction Formula, give this video a like, and comment with your personal opinions or suggestions for channel development. Chapter 2. Rewrite Limiting Money Stories. Imagine your abundance blueprint, that divine, luminous design for your most prosperous life, as a pristine canvas upon which you are meant to paint a masterpiece of wealth and fulfillment. Now picture this canvas being inadvertently covered by layers of old, smudged, and restrictive narratives, your limiting money stories, that obscure its brilliance and constrain your creative expression. These stories, often absorbed unconsciously from your past, dictate how you perceive money, what you believe is possible for you financially, and how you interact with the very concept of abundance. Consider Maria, who had gained some clarity about her unique talents and passions, key elements of her abundance blueprint. However, whenever she thought about translating these into a truly prosperous venture, a familiar internal voice would whisper, "Creative people like you always struggle financially," or "It's selfish to want a lot of money when others have less." These were her limiting money stories, learned from her family and societal conditioning, acting as powerful energetic brakes on her ability to design and live a life aligned with both her soul's calling and her desire for financial well-being. Her blueprint was calling her towards expansive creation, but her old stories were keeping her playing small. The core problem for countless individuals striving to design an abundant destiny is the pervasive and often unexamined influence of these limiting money stories. These are not just fleeting thoughts, but deeply ingrained narratives, emotional patterns, and belief systems about wealth, success, deservingness, and one's own financial capabilities that have been accumulated over a lifetime. This creates a significant and often painful discrepancy. A conscious desire to manifest abundance clashes with subconscious programming that actively resists or sabotages it. These stories might tell you that money is hard to earn, you have to sacrifice happiness for wealth, rich people are somehow flawed, or I'm just not a money person. Such narratives generate feelings of anxiety, guilt, fear, or unworthiness around finances, leading to behaviors like undercharging for services, avoiding financial management, making impulsive spending decisions, or unconsciously pushing away lucrative opportunities. Even if your abundance blueprint indicates a path to immense prosperity, these limiting money stories act as powerful counterintentions, effectively dimming your energetic signal and preventing you from fully aligning with and manifesting the abundant life that is your inherent design. The transformative solution lies in the courageous and conscious process of rewriting your limiting money stories. This is an empowering act of becoming the deliberate author of your financial narrative, of excavating those old, disempowering tales, examining them in the light of your current awareness, and then intentionally replacing them with new, expansive, and wealth-affirming stories that are in perfect harmony with your abundance blueprint and your desired destiny. The core idea is that your stories shape your reality. By changing the foundational narratives you hold about money and your relationship to it, you fundamentally alter your energetic frequency, your perceptions, and your actions, thereby opening the floodgates for prosperity to flow into your life. This rewriting process is not about denying past experiences, but about choosing a new interpretation and a new future, one that aligns with joy, fulfillment, and limitless abundance. The benefits of this profound reauthoring are truly liberating. A significant release from past financial burdens and anxieties, a newfound sense of empowerment and creativity in your financial life, an increased ability to attract and manage wealth with ease and integrity, and the creation of a powerful internal narrative that consistently supports the manifestation of your designed destiny. The journey to rewrite your limiting money stories begins with bravely identifying what those old narratives actually are. Take some dedicated time for introspection, perhaps with a journal, and reflect on your earliest and most potent memories or messages about money. What did your parents or caregivers say or believe about wealth, rich people, or financial struggle? What financial experiences in your own life have left a strong emotional imprint? What are the recurring themes or phrases that come to mind when you think about your current financial situation or your future possibilities? Write these down as old money stories. For example, an old money story might be, "My family always worked incredibly hard but never had enough, so I believe I'm destined for the same struggle." Or, "I once made a bad investment and lost money, so now I believe I'm incapable of making wise financial decisions." Once you have identified several of these narratives, the next step is to compassionately deconstruct them. For each story, ask, is this story an absolute, unchangeable truth, or is it an interpretation based on specific circumstances or limited perspectives? What underlying limiting beliefs does this story reinforce? E.g., I'm not capable, money is scarce, I don't deserve ease. How has believing this story impacted my life and my ability to align with my abundance blueprint? Acknowledge any emotions that arise during this process with kindness. Then comes the empowering part. For each old money story, consciously create a new abundance story. This new story should be positive, present tense, aligned with your deepest desires and values, and evoke feelings of hope, empowerment, and joyful expectation. For instance, if the old story was about inevitable struggle, the new story could be, I now recognize that my family's past financial experiences were theirs, not mine. I am joyfully rewriting my financial destiny, embracing ease, and attracting abundant opportunities by aligning with my unique blueprint and offering my valuable gifts to the world. If the old story was about past failure, the new one might be, my past financial experiences have been valuable lessons that have made me wiser. I am now a confident and discerning creator of wealth, making inspired decisions that lead to ever-increasing prosperity and fulfillment. Once you have crafted your new abundance stories, commit to impressing them upon your subconscious mind through consistent repetition and emotional engagement. Read them aloud daily. Visualize them as your current reality. Feel the emotions of living these new stories. Actively look for evidence in your life and in the world that supports your new abundance stories, no matter how small. This reinforces their power and helps to overwrite the old programming. Consider David, who discovered his abundance blueprint involved using his analytical skills to create innovative tech solutions. However, his old money story, stemming from a past business that didn't succeed, was, big ideas are risky, and I usually end up losing money when I aim too high. This story kept him playing small, avoiding potentially transformative projects. To rewrite this, David first acknowledged the pain of his past experience, but then challenged the global truth of the story by researching many successful innovators who had experienced initial setbacks before achieving breakthroughs. He crafted a new abundance story. My past experiences have given me invaluable wisdom. I now confidently pursue my innovative ideas backed by my clear abundance blueprint, and I attract all the resources and support needed for magnificent success and positive impact. He visualized this new story daily, feeling the excitement of his innovations thriving. When a new, ambitious project idea emerged that resonated with his blueprint, instead of his old fear, he approached it with his new story, feeling empowered and resourceful. This shift allowed him to secure funding and build a team, turning his idea into a prosperous reality. David learned that by rewriting his limiting money story, he unlocked his capacity to truly design an abundant destiny. Now that you have begun to discover your abundance blueprint and are courageously rewriting the limiting money stories that may have held you back, you are clearing the inner landscape for a profound transformation. The next vital step in designing your destiny is to consciously construct and begin to live from a new, empowered, abundant identity, a sense of self that is inherently prosperous, confident, and perfectly aligned with the wealth you are choosing to create. How do you build and embody this new you? The next chapter will guide you in this exciting creation. Remember to subscribe to Success Attraction Formula, give this video a like, and comment with your personal opinions or suggestions for channel development. Chapter 3. Build an Abundant Identity. Imagine that the life you desire, your destiny aligned with abundance, requires a specific version of you to live it, an identity that naturally resonates with wealth, success, and fulfillment. What if the most powerful way to step into that destiny was to consciously build and begin embodying that abundant identity right now, regardless of your current circumstances? Consider Sophia, who, after uncovering her abundance blueprint and rewriting some old money stories, still found herself sometimes acting and feeling in ways that didn't quite match the prosperous, confident woman she envisioned becoming. She might, for instance, still hesitate to speak up for her value in negotiations, or feel a pang of unworthiness when receiving a significant compliment or opportunity. While her stories were changing, her core identity, her fundamental sense of who she is in relation to wealth, hadn't fully shifted to match her aspirations. She realized that to truly live her designed destiny, she needed to consciously construct and step into the shoes of her most abundant self, making that her new default way of being. The critical problem for many individuals striving to design a life aligned with abundance is that even after doing significant inner work on their beliefs and stories, their ingrained sense of self, their core identity, may still be subtly tethered to past limitations or a less prosperous version of themselves. This creates a significant pain point, an internal incongruence where their aspirations for wealth and fulfillment clash with a self-perception that feels not quite there yet, or not really the kind of person who has that. This identity-level misalignment can lead to inconsistent manifestations, self-sabotaging behaviors when success begins to emerge because it doesn't feel like them, or a persistent feeling of being an imposter even when positive changes occur. If your core identity is still rooted in struggling artist or person who just gets by, it will be very challenging to sustainably manifest and comfortably inhabit a reality of thriving, prosperous creator or effortlessly abundant individual. Your external reality tends to conform to your deepest sense of who you believe yourself to be. Without consciously building and embracing an abundant identity, your beautifully designed destiny may remain just out of reach, like a magnificent outfit you admire, but don't yet feel you can truly wear. The transformative solution lies in the deliberate and joyful process of building an abundant identity. This is about consciously defining, cultivating, and consistently embodying the characteristics, beliefs, attitudes, and behaviors of the version of yourself who is already living your designed destiny of wealth, joy, and fulfillment. It's about deciding who you need to be to naturally attract and sustain the life you desire, and then courageously stepping into that identity each and every day. The core idea is that your identity creates your reality. By choosing to identify as an abundant, prosperous, and fulfilled individual now, you begin to think, feel, and act in ways that are congruent with that identity, which in turn powerfully reshapes your energetic frequency and draws experiences that match this new self-concept. This is not about being inauthentic or faking it, but about aligning with the truest, highest potential version of yourself that already exists within your abundance blueprint. The benefits of this profound identity shift are immense. A dramatic increase in self-confidence and self-belief, a natural gravitation towards actions and decisions that support your prosperity, a dissolution of old self-limiting patterns, and the experience of your outer world beginning to effortlessly reflect the magnificent, abundant individual you have chosen to become. The journey of building your abundant identity begins with getting crystal clear on who this version of you truly is. Take time to vividly imagine and journal about the you, who is already living your most abundant life. What are their dominant thoughts and beliefs about money, success, and themselves? How do they typically feel? Confident, peaceful, grateful, generous, joyful? How do they carry themselves? How do they speak? What are their daily habits and routines? What kind of decisions do they make, especially regarding finances and opportunities? Be as detailed as possible in creating this abundance avatar. Once you have a clear picture, the next step is to consciously begin to step into this identity each day. You might start your morning by affirming, "Today, I choose to be and act as my most abundant, prosperous self." Throughout your day, before making decisions or responding to situations, ask yourself, how would the abundant version of me handle this? What would they think? What would they do? Then, strive to act from that perspective. This practice gradually rewires your brain and your behavior to align with your new identity. Another powerful technique is to upgrade your self-perception and your personal standards in small, manageable ways that reflect this abundant identity. This could involve improving your posture to radiate more confidence, dressing in a way that makes you feel successful and put together, even if it's with clothes you already own, creating a more organized and inspiring workspace, or choosing to consume higher quality food. These subtle shifts send a powerful message to your subconscious that you are, indeed, this more abundant version of yourself. Practice speaking with the language of your abundant identity. Notice and release phrases that reflect lack or limitation, and consciously choose words that convey confidence, optimism, and a belief in your own value and the abundance of the universe. Crucially, begin to let go of any habits, relationships, or environments that belong to your old, less abundant identity and that feel out of sync with the new you. This creates space for your abundant identity to fully emerge and solidify. Finally, consistently celebrate any instance where you successfully think, feel, or act in alignment with your new abundant identity. This positive reinforcement strengthens the new neural pathways and makes it easier and more natural to embody this empowered self. Consider an individual named Alex, who had a clear abundance blueprint for a thriving online business, but whose ingrained identity was that of a tech-phobic, shy person. This old identity made him procrastinate on building his website and avoid networking opportunities. To build his new abundant identity as a confident, tech-savvy, and well-connected online entrepreneur, Alex started small. He took an online course on website building, affirming, "I am a capable and quick learner of new technologies." He visualized himself confidently speaking about his business at networking events. Before each work session, he would mentally put on the persona of his successful future self. He even changed his attire when working from home to something that made him feel more professional and empowered. These consistent acts of embodying his desired identity began to shift his internal state and, consequently, his external actions. He built his website, started attending virtual networking groups, and found his confidence growing with each step. Alex learned that by consciously building and living from his abundant identity, he could overcome old limitations and powerfully design the prosperous destiny he envisioned. Now that you have discovered your abundance blueprint, are rewriting limiting money stories, and have begun the empowering journey of consciously building and stepping into your new abundant identity, you are creating a powerful internal coherence. The next vital stage in designing your destiny is to ensure that your entire energetic being, your vibrational frequency, is in perfect, harmonious alignment with the specific energy of wealth itself. How do you tune your personal energy field to resonate with and attract the tangible reality of financial prosperity? The next chapter will guide you in this essential energetic alignment. Remember to subscribe to Success Attraction Formula, give this video a like, and comment with your personal opinions or suggestions for channel development. Chapter 4. Align with wealth energy. Imagine that wealth itself possesses a distinct energetic signature, a vibrant, flowing frequency that resonates with possibility, security, freedom, and joyful expansion. Now, consider your own personal energy field. Is it consistently harmonized with this specific wealth energy, acting as a clear and receptive channel for financial abundance to flow into your life? Or are there subtle dissonances, old energetic patterns of lack or anxiety that are inadvertently creating resistance to this flow? Consider Lisa, who had diligently worked on her abundance blueprint, rewritten negative money stories, and was consciously building a more prosperous identity. She felt more confident and optimistic, yet her financial breakthroughs felt somewhat sporadic and effortful. Lisa realized that while her mindset was improving, her deep-seated energetic habits around money, a subtle tension when paying bills, a fleeting worry about future security, an unconscious contraction when thinking about large sums, were still not fully aligned with the pure, high-vibration energy of effortless wealth. She needed to learn how to consciously tune and align her entire energetic being specifically with the frequency of financial prosperity to truly design an abundant destiny. The critical problem for many individuals on their journey to manifesting greater financial abundance is that even after significant mindset work, their personal energy field may not yet be consistently resonating with the actual energetic frequency of wealth. Wealth energy is expansive, joyful, secure, and flowing, while the energy of lack, fear, or unworthiness is contractive, heavy, and stagnant. If an individual's dominant energetic state still carries echoes of these lower vibrations when it comes to money, it creates a significant pain point, an invisible barrier that impedes the smooth, consistent, and joyful inflow of financial resources. They might attract some money, but struggle to hold on to it, or find that financial opportunities come with a great deal of stress and effort, or experience a persistent gap between their income and their desired level of financial freedom. This happens because, on an energetic level, like attracts like. To effortlessly attract and sustain wealth, your personal energy must become a clear and coherent match to the energy of wealth itself. Without this specific energetic alignment, even the most positive intentions or well-constructed identity can struggle to translate into tangible, abundant financial reality. The transformative solution lies in the conscious and dedicated practice of aligning with wealth energy. This is about intentionally cultivating within your personal energy field the precise vibrational qualities that are characteristic of true, joyful, and sustainable prosperity. It involves more than just thinking positively about money. It's about learning to embody and radiate the actual feeling and energetic signature of financial well-being, security, freedom, and generosity, thereby transforming yourself into an open and receptive conduit for the universe's financial abundance. The core idea is that by consistently attuning your energetic frequency to match that of wealth, you dissolve internal resistance and become a powerful magnet for money and prosperous opportunities. This alignment allows your abundance blueprint to manifest its financial aspects with greater ease and grace. The benefits of this energetic harmonization are profound. A significant reduction in financial stress and anxiety, an increased sense of peace and confidence regarding money, a more intuitive ability to make sound financial decisions, and a noticeable acceleration in your ability to attract, accumulate, and joyfully circulate wealth, paving the way for a life designed for limitless abundance. The journey to align your personal energy with wealth energy begins with developing a heightened sensitivity to your own energetic state whenever you engage with or think about money. Notice any feelings of tension, contraction, fear, or excitement that arise. The goal is to cultivate a consistently calm, positive, and expansive energetic response to all things financial. A powerful practice is to spend time each day in wealth energy meditation. Sit quietly, breathe deeply, and visualize yourself surrounded by and filled with a beautiful, vibrant, golden green light, often associated with the energy of prosperity and heart-centered abundance. Imagine this light dissolving any old energies of lack or worry and feel yourself becoming a pure, resonant channel for wealth to flow through. As you do this, cultivate the feelings you associate with already being abundantly wealthy: security, freedom, joy, generosity, peace. Hold these feelings in your energy field. Another vital technique is to bless your money. Every time money comes to you, whether it's your salary, a payment, or even a small gift, take a moment to silently or aloud express gratitude for it and bless it, affirming that it is a symbol of universal abundance and that it will be used for good. Similarly, when you spend money, release it with a blessing, feeling gratitude for the value you are receiving and knowing that this energy will circulate and return to you multiplied. This practice shifts your energetic interaction with money from one of potential stress to one of joyful, appreciative flow. Create positive energetic anchors associated with wealth. You might choose a specific crystal, like citrine or pyrite, a pleasant scent, like cinnamon or bergamot, or a piece of uplifting music that you consciously associate with the feeling of abundance. Engaging with these anchors can help you quickly shift your energy back into alignment with wealth. It is also important to clear any energetic clutter related to finances. This could mean organizing your financial paperwork, creating a clear and inspiring budget or financial plan, and releasing any old debts or financial resentments with forgiveness for yourself and others. A clean and organized approach to your finances supports a clear and harmonious wealth energy. Finally, practice acting from abundance energetically. Before making a financial decision or taking an action related to your wealth goals, consciously align your energy with a feeling of confidence, resourcefulness, and positive expectation. Make choices not from a place of fear or lack, but from a place of trust in your ability to create and attract what you need. Consider Michael, an entrepreneur who, despite his new abundant identity, still felt an undercurrent of anxiety when it came to making significant financial investments in his growing business. He realized this was an old energetic pattern of fear around losing it all. To align with wealth energy, Michael began a daily 10-minute visualization where he saw himself confidently and wisely investing money and then witnessed those investments flourishing and returning to him multiplied, all while feeling a deep sense of peace and assurance. He also started a practice of holding any money he received for a moment, consciously infusing it with feelings of gratitude, and then visualizing it infused with a golden light before depositing it. When it came time to make a significant business investment that previously would have filled him with dread, he first spent time in his wealth energy meditation, aligning himself with feelings of security and success. He then made the decision from this calm, centered, and aligned energetic state. Not only did the investment prove to be highly profitable, but Michael also found that the entire process felt far less stressful and more intuitive than ever before. He was learning to make his energy a true currency for wealth. Now that you have discovered your abundance blueprint, rewritten limiting money stories, are building an abundant identity, and have begun the vital work of aligning your personal energy field with the specific frequency of wealth, you are creating an incredibly powerful internal foundation for designing your destiny. The next crucial step is to translate this profound inner alignment into decisive, inspired, and effective actions in the outer world that will bring your abundant vision into tangible reality. How do you ensure your actions are not just busy work, but bold, resonant steps that truly build your designed destiny? The next chapter will illuminate this path of inspired, courageous action. Remember to subscribe to Success Attraction Formula, give this video a like, and comment with your personal opinions or suggestions for channel development. Chapter 5. Take inspired, bold actions. Imagine your meticulously discovered abundance blueprint as the perfect architectural design for a magnificent palace, your rewritten money stories as the cleared and consecrated ground, your new abundant identity as the confident master builder, and your aligned wealth energy as an infinite supply of the finest materials, all poised and ready. Now, what is the vital force that ignites the construction, that translates this exquisite inner preparation into the tangible, glorious structure of your designed destiny? It is the power of taking inspired, and often bold, actions in the physical world. Consider David, who had done profound inner work. His vision for his life was clear, his energy felt aligned, and his belief in his potential was strong. Yet, he found himself hesitating at the threshold of significant opportunities, sometimes rationalizing his inaction with, "I need to feel more ready," or "the timing isn't quite perfect." David was like a brilliant architect who had completed the perfect plans, but was reluctant to hand them over to the construction crew, or to pick up a tool himself. He hadn't yet fully embraced the crucial understanding that inspired, bold action is the sacred bridge between the inner design of our desired abundance and its magnificent outer manifestation, the spark that ignites the engine of creation. The critical problem for many individuals, even those who have diligently cultivated their inner landscape for prosperity and have a clear vision of their designed destiny, is a reluctance, fear, or uncertainty when it comes to taking the necessary, sometimes courageous, and often intuitively guided actions in the physical world. This inaction or hesitant action creates a frustrating gap, a vibrational disconnect, between their internal state of readiness and the materialization of their desires. This pain point manifests as a feeling of being stuck, despite all the inner work, seeing opportunities pass by, or experiencing a slow and arduous manifestation process. They might be waiting for absolute certainty before acting, fearing failure or judgment, or underestimating the power of their own intuitively guided impulses. This happens because the universe responds not only to our energetic alignment, but also to our active participation and willingness to step forward, to co-create in the tangible realm. Without inspired and at times bold action, our beautifully designed destiny can remain largely an unrealized potential, a magnificent blueprint that never quite becomes a fully constructed palace of abundance, joy, and fulfillment. The transformative solution lies in courageously and joyfully embracing the practice of taking inspired, bold actions. This is about understanding that your inner work of aligning with your abundance blueprint and wealth energy naturally gives rise to intuitive nudges, creative ideas, and inspired impulses that are meant to be acted upon. These actions are inspired because they feel aligned with your deeper wisdom and your design destiny, often carrying a sense of excitement, rightness, or even a gentle urgency. They are often bold because they may require you to step beyond your current comfort zone, to stretch your perceived capabilities, or to move in a direction that seems unconventional or even a little scary. The core idea is that these inspired bold actions are not random shots in the dark, but rather precise, energetically charged steps that serve as powerful catalysts, grounding your intentions in the physical world and signaling to the universe your unequivocal commitment to your designed destiny. They are the hands and feet of your abundance blueprint. The benefits of consistently taking such actions are truly life-altering. You will experience a dramatic acceleration in your manifestations, build unshakable self-confidence and resilience, attract unexpected support and resources, and find yourself joyfully and actively sculpting the abundant life you have envisioned, transforming your financial reality and your overall experience of fulfillment. The journey of taking inspired, bold actions begins with cultivating a heightened sensitivity and trust in your own intuitive guidance. Your abundance blueprint often communicates its preferred next steps through these subtle inner promptings. Make it a daily practice to quiet your mind, perhaps through meditation or a few moments of stillness, and ask, what inspired action can I take today, however small, that moves me closer to my designed destiny? Then, listen with an open heart and mind for any ideas, feelings, or urges that arise. It's crucial to learn to distinguish between genuinely inspired action, which typically feels expansive, energizing, and aligned, even if a little daunting, and action that is driven by fear, ego, or a sense of desperate should. Inspired action often has a quality of flow and rightness to it, while fear-based action feels heavy and contractive. Practice acting despite fear, when an action feels truly inspired, yet also triggers a sense of apprehension. Acknowledge the fear, thank it for trying to protect you, and then gently choose to take the aligned step anyway. Courage is not the absence of fear, but action in its presence. For larger or more intimidating, bold actions, break them down into smaller, more manageable steps. Focus on taking just the first small step, then the next. This builds momentum and makes the overall endeavor feel less overwhelming. It is also vital to celebrate every inspired or bold action you take, regardless of the immediate, visible outcome. Acknowledge your courage and your willingness to step forward. This positive reinforcement strengthens your capacity for future bold action. View your inspired actions as acts of co-creation with the universe. You are doing your part by taking the physical steps, and you trust that the universe is doing its part by aligning circumstances, opening doors, and bringing forth the necessary resources. Finally, release attachment to a specific, rigid outcome for each action. While your overall destiny is designed, the exact path may unfold in surprising ways. Trust that each inspired action is leading you perfectly, even if the immediate result isn't what you initially envisioned. Be open to the process. Consider Maria, whose abundance blueprint clearly indicated a path as an international speaker and workshop facilitator, sharing her unique insights on personal transformation. She had done the inner work, but the thought of actually booking a venue in a foreign country or pitching herself to large organizations felt incredibly bold and terrifying. Her inspired guidance, however, kept nudging her to research international conferences. One day, despite her fear, she took the small, inspired action of sending a proposal to one such conference that deeply resonated with her message. It was a bold step outside her comfort zone. To her astonishment, her proposal was accepted. This initial success gave her the courage to take further bold actions, networking with international contacts, investing in professional translation for her materials, and eventually successfully delivering her workshop to an appreciative global audience. Maria learned that by trusting her inspired nudges and taking those bold, aligned actions, even when fear was present, she was actively constructing the magnificent, abundant destiny her blueprint had always held for her, transforming her financial reality and allowing her to live a life of profound impact and fulfillment. Now that you have discovered your abundance blueprint, rewritten limiting stories, built an abundant identity, aligned with wealth energy, and are courageously taking inspired, bold actions to bring your vision into being, you are powerfully shaping your destiny. However, for the universe to deliver its boundless blessings in response to your actions and alignment, the pathways through which prosperity flows must be clear, open, and ever-expanding. How do you consciously ensure that all your personal channels of receiving are wide open, allowing wealth, opportunities, and all forms of good to flood into your life without impediment? The next chapter will guide you in this vital art of opening your channels of prosperity. Remember to subscribe to Success Attraction Formula, give this video a like, and comment with your personal opinions or suggestions for channel development. Chapter 6. Open Channels of Prosperity. Imagine your life as a magnificent, fertile landscape, and prosperity in all its forms. Financial wealth, joyful opportunities, loving relationships, vibrant health, as a network of life-giving rivers and streams, all originating from an infinite universal source, all seeking to flow towards and through your personal domain. Now, consider if some of the channels or aqueducts designed to carry these abundant waters into your landscape are unknowingly constricted, partially blocked by old debris, or simply too narrow to accommodate the vast flow that is trying to reach you. This is the challenge many face. Even as they align their energy and take inspired actions, their capacity to fully receive the resultant prosperity can be limited if their channels are not consciously and continuously kept open and expansive. Consider Ben, an entrepreneur who, through bold action, had launched an innovative new service that was beginning to attract significant attention. However, he found himself uncomfortable with the idea of receiving large payments quickly, or he would unconsciously downplay compliments about his success, or even hesitate to ask for the full value his service provided. While his actions were creating inflow, subtle, unexamined beliefs and energetic habits were constricting his channels of receiving, preventing the full, unimpeded deluge of prosperity that his designed destiny was trying to deliver. The critical problem for many individuals striving to live a life aligned with abundance is that even when they are actively creating value and taking inspired steps, their internal and energetic channels of prosperity may not be fully open or capable of handling the increased flow that their efforts are generating. These channels can be constricted by a variety of factors: lingering feelings of unworthiness, do I really deserve this much good? Fear of success or the perceived responsibilities that come with wealth. What if I can't manage it all? Limiting beliefs about how abundance is supposed to arrive, e.g., only through hard struggle or only from certain sources, or an energetic discomfort with holding and circulating larger amounts of energy or resources. This creates a significant pain point. Opportunities might be missed or not fully capitalized upon. Financial windfalls might be quickly dissipated or cause anxiety, or the overall experience of prosperity might feel limited, stressful, or unsustainable. It's like having a powerful water source trying to fill a garden through a very narrow or kinked hose. The full potential of the source cannot be realized in the garden. Without consciously working to open and expand these receiving channels, individuals can inadvertently cap their own abundance, preventing their designed destiny from manifesting in its most magnificent and fulfilling form. The transformative solution lies in the conscious and dedicated practice of opening your channels of prosperity. This is an active process of identifying and dissolving any internal or energetic constrictions that limit your capacity to receive, and intentionally cultivating a state of expansive, joyful, and unconditional receptivity to all forms of good that the universe wishes to bestow upon you. It's about becoming a wide, clear, and welcoming conduit through which the infinite abundance of your designed destiny can flow effortlessly and continuously. The core idea is that the universe is always offering more than we are often allowing ourselves to receive. By systematically opening our channels, we increase our capacity to accept, integrate, and enjoy the full spectrum of wealth and well-being that is our birthright. The benefits of this practice are truly liberating. You will experience a noticeable increase in the ease and volume of abundance flowing into all areas of your life. Feel more comfortable and confident managing greater levels of success and resources. Find yourself attracting prosperity from diverse and unexpected sources, and cultivate a deep and abiding sense of trust in the universe's infinite generosity, allowing your life to become a radiant expression of your most abundant design. The journey to open your channels of prosperity begins with a courageous willingness to examine any beliefs or feelings that might be subtly saying no or not too much to the inflow of good. Reflect on your comfort levels with receiving large sums of money, generous gifts, significant help, or high praise. Notice any areas where you feel resistance, guilt, or a sense of being overwhelmed. These are clues to where your channels might be constricted. A powerful practice is to consciously challenge and release any limiting beliefs about how abundance can or should come to you. Be open to receiving wealth and opportunities from unexpected sources and in surprising ways, rather than being fixated on only one or two familiar pathways. Affirm statements like, "I am open and receptive to abundance flowing to me from all directions, through expected and unexpected channels, for the highest good of all." Actively practice gratitude not just for what you have, but for your increasing capacity to receive more. Visualize your channels of prosperity widening and clearing, able to gracefully accommodate an ever-expanding flow of energy and resources. When you receive any form of abundance, a compliment, a helpful idea, a financial gain, take a moment to consciously breathe it in, to fully absorb its positive energy, and to feel genuine appreciation, affirming, "I joyfully welcome and receive this good into my life." It's also vital to cultivate an open and curious mindset towards new opportunities, even those that seem outside your current experience or comfort zone. Sometimes the universe attempts to deliver prosperity through new and unfamiliar channels. Being willing to explore these can significantly expand your inflow. Consider developing multiple streams of value creation that are aligned with your abundance blueprint. This naturally opens more channels through which prosperity can flow to you. Furthermore, practice being a gracious receiver of help and support from others. Allowing others to give to you not only benefits you, but also allows them the joy of contribution, keeping the energy of prosperity circulating. Finally, regularly bless all the channels through which abundance currently flows into your life, and affirm your openness to new channels revealing themselves. This conscious acknowledgement and appreciation keep these pathways clear, vibrant, and ever-expanding. Imagine Olivia, who had taken bold actions to launch her dream wellness coaching practice. Clients were starting to come, but she found herself feeling overwhelmed when several new inquiries arrived at once, or when a client offered her a generous bonus for exceptional results. She realized she had an unconscious belief that she could only handle a certain manageable level of success, effectively capping her channels. To open them, Olivia began a daily visualization where she saw her business thriving with a joyous abundance of clients, and herself managing it all with ease, grace, and ample support. She started affirming, "I joyfully welcome and skillfully manage ever-increasing levels of success and prosperity." When a client offered a bonus, instead of feeling awkward, she practiced receiving it with a simple, heartfelt, "Thank you so much, I truly appreciate this." She also invested in a virtual assistant, opening a channel for support to help her manage the growing administrative tasks. As Olivia consciously worked on opening her energetic and mental channels, she found that her business expanded more rapidly and smoothly than she had thought possible, and she felt more energized and fulfilled rather than overwhelmed by her growing success. Her design destiny was flowing in, and she was ready for it. Now that you have discovered your abundance blueprint, rewritten limiting stories, built an abundant identity, aligned with wealth energy, are taking inspired, bold actions, and have consciously begun to open your channels of prosperity to receive more, a profound sense of trust becomes paramount. The journey of manifesting your design destiny is not always linear or predictable. How do you cultivate an unshakable faith in the manifestation process itself, especially when faced with delays, detours, or circumstances that don't immediately align with your expectations, ensuring you stay the course towards your abundant life? The next chapter will guide you in mastering this vital art of trust. Remember to subscribe to Success Attraction Formula, Give this video a like and comment with your personal opinions or suggestions for channel development. Chapter 7. Trust the manifestation process. Imagine planting the seeds of your most cherished desires, your designed destiny of abundance, joy, and fulfillment, in the fertile soil of your aligned energy and inspired actions. You have meticulously prepared the ground, chosen the finest seeds, and are tending them with care. Now, do you anxiously dig them up every day to check for progress, fretting if sprouts don't appear immediately? Or do you water them with faith, warm them with positive expectation, and deeply trust in the invisible, yet unfailing natural process of germination and growth, knowing that in perfect time they will blossom into magnificent reality? This unwavering faith, this profound trust in the manifestation process, is an essential yet often challenging element in consciously designing and living a life aligned with abundance. Consider Sophia, who had taken all the right steps. Her abundance blueprint was clear, her energy was aligned, her actions were inspired, and her channels felt open. Yet, when her desired outcomes didn't materialize on her self-imposed timeline, or when unexpected challenges arose, she would find herself consumed by doubt, anxiety, and a temptation to force things or abandon her vision. This lack of deep trust in the inherent wisdom and perfect timing of the manifestation process was creating energetic resistance, potentially delaying or distorting the beautiful destiny that was trying to unfold for her. The critical problem for many individuals on their journey to designing an abundant life is this struggle to maintain unwavering trust in the manifestation process, especially when faced with apparent delays, unexpected detours, or outcomes that differ from their initial expectations. This lack of trust can be a significant pain point, leading to feelings of impatience, discouragement, anxiety, and a tendency to give up too soon, or to try to overly control and manipulate circumstances. When trust wavers, individuals may start to second-guess their inner guidance, revert to old limiting beliefs, or engage in frantic, fear-driven actions rather than continuing with calm, inspired ones. This energetic state of doubt and anxiety acts as a powerful counter-frequency to their desired manifestations, creating resistance that can slow down, block, or alter the natural, graceful unfolding of their designed destiny. It's like constantly interrupting a master chef in the kitchen, questioning every ingredient and every step, thereby hindering their ability to create the exquisite meal you ordered. Without a profound and abiding trust, the co-creative dance with the universe becomes awkward and effortful, rather than the joyful, flowing partnership it is meant to be. The transformative solution lies in consciously cultivating and nurturing a deep, unshakable trust in the manifestation process. This involves developing a profound faith in your own abundance blueprint, in the infinite intelligence and benevolent support of the universe, and in the perfect, often unseen, orchestration of events that leads to the fulfillment of your aligned desires. It means understanding that manifestation is not always a linear, predictable A to B journey, but often an organic, unfolding process with its own divine timing and rhythm. The core idea is that when you release the need to control the how and when, and instead focus on maintaining your positive energetic alignment, your inspired actions, and your unwavering faith, you create an open, allowing space for the universe to work its magic in the most brilliant and efficient ways, often exceeding your initial expectations. This profound trust dissolves resistance, alleviates anxiety, and allows your designed destiny to materialize with greater grace, speed, and joy. The benefits are truly liberating: a deep sense of inner peace and security even amidst uncertainty, enhanced resilience in the face of challenges, a more joyful and playful approach to co-creation, and the consistent experience of your desires manifesting in ways that feel both miraculous and perfectly ordained. The journey to cultivate deep trust in the manifestation process begins with a conscious commitment to letting go of the need to rigidly control every detail of how your desires will come to fruition. Focus your energy on what you can control: your inner state of alignment, your clarity of intention, the quality of your inspired actions, and your consistent positive expectation. Then practice surrendering the how and the when to the infinite wisdom of the universe. Affirm regularly, I trust in the perfect unfolding of my designed destiny, in divine timing, and for the highest good of all. Actively look for and acknowledge evidence of progress, no matter how small or seemingly insignificant. These winks from the universe, a helpful coincidence, an unexpected piece of good news, a feeling of being on the right track, are all signs that the manifestation process is in motion. Keeping a synchronicity journal or a manifestation evidence log can be a powerful way to build and reinforce your trust. When you encounter setbacks, challenges, or apparent delays, consciously choose to reframe them not as failures or signs that it's not working, but as potential detours guiding you to something even better, as opportunities for learning and strengthening, or simply as part of the necessary gestation period for your desire to fully form. Ask, what is this situation trying to teach me? Or how can this ultimately serve my highest good? This perspective shifts you from victimhood to empowered co-creation. Practice patience and cultivate a sense of joyful anticipation rather than anxious waiting. Understand that some complex manifestations, like growing a mighty oak tree from a tiny acorn, require time to unfold. Enjoy the journey, celebrate the small steps, and maintain your faith in the ultimate outcome. Furthermore, strengthen your trust by immersing yourself in stories and teachings that reinforce the power of faith, aligned intention, and universal support. Reading about others who have successfully manifested their dreams through trust and perseverance can be incredibly inspiring and fortifying. Finally, whenever doubt or impatience arises, return to your core practices. Reconnect with your abundance blueprint, reaffirm your abundance identity, realign your energy with wealth, and take another small inspired action. These anchors will help you navigate moments of wavering faith and return you to a state of confident trust. Imagine an inventor, Thomas, who had designed a groundbreaking renewable energy device. His abundance blueprint was clear, and he had taken bold actions to create a prototype. However, securing funding and finding the right manufacturing partners was proving more challenging and taking longer than he had anticipated. Doubts began to creep in, and he felt tempted to abandon his vision. To cultivate trust, Thomas started a daily practice of rereading his initial inspired vision for the project, reminding himself of its profound potential impact. He also created a trust board, posting quotes about perseverance and stories of other inventors who had overcome significant hurdles. Whenever a setback occurred, instead of succumbing to despair, he would consciously affirm, "I trust that this challenge is redirecting me to an even better solution or a more aligned partnership." He focused on taking the next inspired small step each day, whether it was refining his prototype or reaching out to a new contact, all while holding a deep faith in his ultimate success. This unwavering trust, even in the face of uncertainty, kept his energy high and his focus clear. Eventually, after a series of what seemed like perfectly timed coincidences, he connected with an ideal investor and a manufacturing partner who fully believed in his vision, allowing his invention to come to fruition and create widespread positive change. Thomas learned that trusting the manifestation process, especially during its unseen phases, was as crucial as the invention itself in bringing his designed destiny to life. Now that you have journeyed through discovering your abundance blueprint, rewriting limiting stories, building your abundant identity, aligning with wealth energy, taking inspired bold actions, opening your channels of prosperity, and cultivating a deep and unshakable trust in the manifestation process, you stand at the threshold of fully inhabiting the magnificent life you were designed to live. What does it truly mean to not just achieve moments of abundance, but to consistently and joyfully live your uniquely designed destiny, day by day, as your most authentic, fulfilling, and prosperous reality? The final chapter of our core exploration will illuminate this ultimate state of being. Chapter 8. Live your designed destiny. Imagine standing triumphantly within the magnificent palace you have consciously designed and meticulously built, a palace that perfectly reflects your soul's deepest desires for abundance, joy, purpose, and fulfillment. This is not a fleeting dream, but the vibrant lived reality of one who has learned to live your designed destiny. It's a state where your abundance blueprint is no longer just an inner map, but the very landscape of your daily experience. where your rewritten money stories form the empowering narrative of your life, where your abundant identity is simply who you are, where your alignment with wealth energy is effortless, where your inspired, bold actions consistently create beauty and value, where your channels of prosperity are ever flowing, and where your trust in the manifestation process is an unshakable foundation. Consider Amelia, who, after diligently applying all the principles in this book, found herself living a life that once seemed like a distant fantasy. She was running a thriving, heart-centered business aligned with her passions, enjoying financial freedom, surrounded by loving relationships, and making a meaningful contribution to the world. Challenges still arose, but she navigated them with grace and confidence, knowing they were simply part of her evolving, magnificent design. Amelia wasn't just experiencing moments of abundance. She was living her designed destiny, a continuous, joyful expression of her highest potential, a testament to her power as a conscious creator. The ultimate culmination, the most beautiful expression of this entire journey, is to move beyond designing your destiny as a one-time project and to fully, consistently, and joyfully inhabit it as your ongoing, lived reality. The subtle challenge at this stage, if any, might be the temptation to rest on one's laurels, to forget the conscious principles that brought one to this place of abundance, or to subtly allow old, uninspected patterns to creep back in if vigilance to inner alignment wavers. Or perhaps it's the even more expansive invitation to realize that designing your destiny is not a finite task with a fixed endpoint, but an ever-evolving, dynamic process of continuous growth, refinement, and increasingly magnificent co-creation with the universe. The aim is to make living your most abundant, joyful, and fulfilling life not just an achievement, but your natural, default, and ever-expanding state of being, a continuous masterpiece in progress. The transformative solution, the radiant art of truly thriving, is to consciously live your designed destiny every single day. This means making your meticulously crafted abundance blueprint the operational framework for your life, ensuring that your daily thoughts, emotions, choices, actions, and interactions are a consistent and authentic expression of the prosperous, joyful, and fulfilled individual you have chosen and designed yourself to be. It is where the inner architect and the outer builder become one, seamlessly and continuously creating and experiencing a reality that is in perfect alignment with your soul's deepest truths and highest aspirations. The core idea is that when you fully embody and live from your designed destiny, your life becomes a continuous testament to the power of conscious creation and universal abundance. Manifestation ceases to be a process you engage in and becomes the natural, spontaneous outflow of your aligned being. The benefits are the very essence of a life well lived: enduring financial prosperity, profound and lasting joy, deep meaning and purpose, ever-expanding opportunities for growth and contribution, harmonious relationships, vibrant well-being, and an unshakable sense of peace that comes from knowing you are living the magnificent life you were truly meant to create. The journey of living your designed destiny is one of joyful vigilance, continuous alignment, and ever-expanding expression. Begin each day by reconnecting with your abundance blueprint and your core abundant identity. Remind yourself of the magnificent life you have designed and are now living. A few moments of gratitude for this reality and an affirmation of your commitment to continue living from this aligned state can set a powerful tone. Consistently make choices and decisions, both big and small, that honor your blueprint and reflect your abundant identity. Ask yourself, is this choice, this action, this response in alignment with my designed destiny of abundance, joy, and fulfillment? Let this be your guiding compass. Celebrate your life as the beautiful, unfolding masterpiece of your own design. Regularly acknowledge and appreciate the abundance, the synchronicities, the joy, and the fulfillment that are now your everyday experience. This celebration keeps your energy high and your connection to your designed reality strong. Embrace the understanding that your designed destiny is not static, but dynamic and ever-evolving. As you grow and expand, your vision for what is possible will also expand. Be open to continuously refining, upgrading, and dreaming even bigger dreams for your life, always from a place of alignment and joy. Live with a profound sense of purpose and contribution that is integral to your designed destiny. Ask yourself regularly, how can I use my unique gifts, my resources, and my abundant life to make a positive difference in the world today? This outward flow of value and service keeps your own channels of prosperity wide open and ever-flowing. Continue to inspire others by authentically and joyfully living your truth. Your lived example of a destiny designed for abundance becomes a powerful beacon, showing others what is possible for them as well. Finally, maintain your foundational practices of inner alignment, gratitude, visualization, connection with wealth energy, trust in the process, not as chores, but as joyful acts of self-love and co-creation that keep you firmly anchored in your magnificent, designed reality. Consider David, who had once felt lost and unfulfilled. Through the dedicated process of discovering his abundance blueprint, rewriting his stories, building an abundant identity, aligning his energy, taking bold actions, opening his channels, and trusting the process, he had successfully designed and manifested a life as a successful author and mentor, living in a beautiful coastal town, enjoying financial freedom, and making a profound positive impact on thousands of people. To live this designed destiny daily, David started each morning with gratitude for his beautiful life, reviewed his vision for his ongoing contribution, and then took inspired actions related to his writing and mentoring. He managed his finances with ease and wisdom, generously supported his community, and made conscious choices that nurtured his well-being and joy. His life was no longer about trying to manifest, it was about joyfully expressing the abundance and purpose that were now his inherent reality. He had not just achieved a destiny, he was living it, a vibrant, ongoing testament to the power of conscious design and universal alignment. To live your designed destiny is to step into the full radiance of your co-creative power. To inhabit a reality where abundance, joy, and fulfillment are not just ideals to strive for, but the very essence of your daily experience. It is the beautiful culmination of a journey where you have consciously chosen to become the master architect of your life, aligning every aspect of your being with your soul's highest vision. This is not an endpoint, but a magnificent, ever-unfolding way of being, a testament to the truth that you can indeed design a destiny that is rich beyond measure, a life lived in perfect, harmonious alignment with the limitless abundance of the universe. This profound exploration, Destiny by Design, Live a Life Aligned with Abundance, has guided you on a transformative path from discovering your innate abundance blueprint to courageously rewriting limiting narratives and building an empowered, abundant identity. You have learned to align your energy with the frequency of wealth, to take inspired, bold actions, to open your channels for ever-increasing prosperity, and to cultivate unshakable trust in the manifestation process, culminating in the joyful embodiment of your uniquely designed destiny. The core truth is that you are the master architect of your reality, fully equipped to design and live a life overflowing with financial well-being, profound joy, and deep fulfillment. We offer our deepest gratitude for allowing us to share this journey with you. May the insights and practices within these chapters continue to inspire and empower you to consciously create and joyfully inhabit the magnificent, abundant destiny that is your birthright. Remember to like this video, share your own experiences of designing your destiny in the comments below, and subscribe to Success Attraction Formula for ongoing wisdom and support as you continue to live your most abundant life.